What's up, guys? Today's podcast is sponsored by Dead Man's Beard Company, the best beard products on planet Earth, and also Balcom Canyon Cider, the best cider on planet fucking Earth. More on that later. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
All right, we're back. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cinco de Mayo. I'm having a beer.
Cinco de Mayo.
First time in 2 weeks.
Nice. I'm having a cider.
Or it's a cider.
First time since the last time.
Oh, it is good.
It is really good.
Yeah. Anyway, hi, buddy.
Hey,
Cinco de Mayo brought you some tacos.
they were surprisingly delicious.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what I love about Mexican food. I mean, you can fuck it up for sure. You can fuck it up.
Yeah.
Right? But you go to a market and you order, you get a couple pounds of fucking carne, and if you want, you can just get it pre-seasoned and you throw it on the fucking barbecue for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you cut it up and you grill up tortillas and it is delicious.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. It's like almost impossible to fuck it up. You know what I mean?
If I'm catering something or I'm cooking for somebody and I'm cooking for a lot of people, then I'll marinate my chicken myself.
Sure. Yeah.
But if I'm just having people come into town,
Totally.
I go to the meat market.
Yeah.
Like Tres Sierras or Monarchs
Monarchus,
right? Yeah, Monarchus over on Ventura Road has the best damn chicken, man. But it's either you're getting the yellow chicken or the red chicken, and it's all the same kind of wherever you go. Some do it better, some not so good, but it's the best, man.
Yeah.
And it's chicken thighs. It's inexpensive.
Totally.
It's easy to cook.
Easy to
and
do.
it's always good.
I know. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it was nice. I literally at 3:00 I was like, Cinco de Mayo, I should make some tacos or something. You know what I mean? I fucking made it happen. Within 45 minutes, you're like, there we go.
Done.
We're here, dude. We're done.
Yeah.
It's not, made some elote, fucking blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Easy, dude. Easy.
Yeah.
God, I love this holiday.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you to the Mexicans
Yeah.
for making it happen, dude. Hardest working people in America, for sure. You know what I mean? Some of them,
Yeah.
for sure, right?
A lot of them.
Most of them.
Most of them. Yeah.
Totally. It's wild, man.
Yeah.
That culture fucking works.
It does.
You know what I mean? It's trippy. It's always I love the argument of fucking, just lazy mother. It's
that
like
argument
it's like Jesus.
that
Christ.
argument is from years and years and years ago.
Of course it is. Yeah.
That argument is not the case anymore. I
Not
mean,
at all.
every one of our cultures has people in it that don't work and they're lazy and whatever else.
Right.
But there's no kitchen without Mexicans in it. And if you think you can go work in a kitchen and actually work the back, let me see you do it.
Right.
You guys can work your own kitchen.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But go stand at a grill for
Fucking
5
10
hours.
Yeah. whatever it
Get
is, yeah.
get to the first restaurant you work at 6:00 in the morning and prep for breakfast. Then cook breakfast. Then they go home sometimes, take a nap, and then they go work the dinner shift at the other restaurant down the street. When Wes Cook owned Cook Smokehouse, we had a family that worked there. And Mario and his family came in and they worked there in the morning, and watching that guy work the stove and have a crate of eggs sitting on a stool, like the big multi-crate of eggs that you get from Smart and Final, and work like 5 and 6 pans at the same time frying eggs, man.
Yeah.
It was just incredible to watch. I mean, he's talking to you as he's cracking eggs in the pan, and then over medium, over easy, whatever
they order,
and talking to you and doing it all right at the same time.
Yeah.
And then he would work until breakfast shift was over, and then he'd take a nap for a couple hours or whatever he would go do.
Yeah.
And then he'd go down the street, and I think he'd go work at, was a brewery, one of the first breweries in town.
Ooh.
It was right down there by where Finney's is at now. It's gone. Now it's another.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, we went down to the Cinco de Mayo little festival downtown.
Yeah.
The car show. Everything. Dude, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We had a good time, man. It was really nice. Walked around with the kids and looked at all the they had lowriders everywhere. Fucking beautiful car. God damn, dude. Some of those, they put some money into those things, dude.
They spend their whole life.
I know. It's
their
unreal.
entire life. That's what they do.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of vendors down there. Balcom Canyon Cider was down there. Lemony Soul, I think, was kind of the proprietors of the, it's kind of where all the main hub stuff was. But
where?
Lemony Soul, right by the water. Limon y Sol.
Is Lemony Sal?
Sure, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Lemony Sal.
First
you
time-
said Lemony El Sol.
I said Lemon y Soul, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's still
you're
not
right.
even close.
I can't believe you're
Goddamn.
fucking judging my
I'm
fucking dictation.
enjoying the shit out of it.
I cannot believe you're fucking
definitely
correcting
am.
my words right now.
It was as fucked up as I usually am, so you are getting corrected, my man.
It's because I just had my first sip of alcohol in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
That's
Well,
why.
here, let's top it off with the
Fuck.
Cinco de Mayo
Okay.
shot of tequila.
That is a shot.
Yeah,
Cheers, brother.
it's not sure.
Okay.
A Libra.
Yeah. You step away from tequila for a while, it hits different. Yeah. Anyway.
Step away from it.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, fuck yeah, Cinco de Mayo. It was a beautiful weekend. It was nice. We have some new neighbors, apparently.
How's that?
I don't know yet.
Directly next door?
Right across the street, they
Oh,
sold
okay.
the people that lived there sold their house, and some family from here. This is actually something we should talk about. My wife.
So when we talked about this earlier, and you were just really happy they were white, right?
Yeah, they're not. Mexican family, I think. Pretty sure. I haven't really seen them. They whatever. They're moving in soon. I think.
Okay.
But here's the reason I'm bringing it up. Because my wife is so overly excited about it. Like, because she's hoping that the family that moves in has like young kids. You know what I mean? Because Bronson has like zero friends. You know what I mean? Like he goes to school at a school that is way far away from him.
Yeah.
He's not in a neighborhood school. There's not very many kids at all, like in our immediate area. So her whole thing is, oh man, I hope they have kids.
Well,
so she started getting real nosy. You know what I mean?
If they're Mexicans, there's a good chance there's not going to
I
be
don't know
many
what
kids.
they are. I really haven't seen them.
They're not.
I haven't seen them at all.
They're pretty reserved about having kids. So
Yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter. But here's the thing. Rosie was telling me that, how women are, dude. They're nosy. They go over and introduce themselves to people. They do, they do all these like extra things, right? And she was asking me, and she's like, "Well, yeah, you're not interested?" And I said, "No, not interested at all. Like, I don't care
No.
at all, right?" And she's like, "Well, like what if the guy?" Because she saw the dude, and she said that he kind of looks like a dude that has same interests as me. Like he might be a UFC fan or something. I don't know what he looks like at all, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But she's like, yeah, he looks like he might like have some of the same interests as you. Maybe you guys can like hang out. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not how this works, And I had to explain to her like, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm
some Segura.
yeah, maybe I'm fucking wrong, but I live there. It's not in my neighborhood, but I am there, right?
Yeah.
It is the fucking duty of the person that moves in to approach.
No, you're wrong.
That's where this is exactly how my brain works, right? I go, no, dude, it's not my fucking job to run over and go, hey, bro, what's up? Like try to be friends with this guy. I was like, we'll probably stare at each other for 7 months and not say a fucking word.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like that's just not how that works.
I
you know?
do think that it is your job to go say what's up.
Sure, I'm not going to be
if they're
a
moving.
dick.
Yeah. But like if you see him, you really like you and the wife should make some a elote
Sure.
and take it over there and
Yeah. No, and like I get common courtesies and shit. You know what I mean? But like my wife's like ready to make friends with people immediately and tells them all the secrets and all the things,
Everything.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. She's like, well, maybe he likes UFC. You guys like get to hang out and watch UFC. I said, well, we might, but it may be 2 years down the road.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna see each other in the yard and we're gonna go, what's up?
I don't even do that
For a while. You know what I mean? For a while.
I don't normally. Most of the places I've lived, I don't really socialize. It's a place to sleep. I'm not home. I was just always out.
Sure.
Here at this house, my brother would smoke, and he would sit outside and smoke, and he would say hi and talk to any kind of people that walked by.
Yeah, but that's not
He
his
would say
house.
hi to the neighbors. He
Yeah.
would say hi. No, but he's that way at his house now.
Sure.
He just, you'll go and talk to him.
Yeah.
I am kind of the same as you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really although my neighbors all think I'm the coolest neighbor, and then because I do a little extra stuff for them,
Sure.
but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So here's my theory, right? And it's just a total difference between men and women. Is that she's like, yeah, well, maybe you guys like hang out, and maybe like he's like a cool dude. And I was like, yeah, maybe he is, but we'll never know. Like for years, we probably won't know.
Yeah. Do you also know that a lot of this is not all men? It's
No,
you.
it's just me. I'm willing to admit it's me, right? I'm willing to, because this is how my brain works. And she's like, well, what if he moves in and you see that he has a bunch of amplifiers and guitars? I'm gonna be like, and she's like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, would you then go? She was trying to convince me of like, what would be the scenario in which I would be like, hey, bro, super cool shit. Like, let's fucking hang out. You know what I mean? And there's almost no scenarios like that, right? But she's like, well, what if you had like a bunch of awesome amps and guitars and shit, and you saw him like loading them in the house? I said, then I'd go to my house and I would turn on my shit really fucking loud, and I'd play fucking deep, gnarly, heavy riffs to let him know who the alpha is in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That's how this works. And then he has to approach me and ask me about my shit, and then I will then give forth. That's how this works.
You're a fucking nut, dude. You are such a nut.
That she said the same thing.
Yeah.
She's
You've
like,
got some serious fucking issues, bro.
And I'm just saying this. I will absolutely not do that. I would be like really nice anyway.
Yeah.
But in my mind, that's how it goes
Yeah.
down. It might be 3 years before we ever even talk to each other. And if we do, it'll take another 5 to figure out what each other's hobbies are. What's up, guys? Today's podcast is sponsored by the best goddamn beard products on planet Earth, Dead Man's Beard Company. If you guys are new to the beard game, or you've been in it for 25 or 30 years like me and Jay have, you know that waking up in the morning and getting your face looking manageable is a rough deal. So I stumbled upon these guys a while ago, Dead Man's Beard Company. They make incredible products, shampoos, conditioners. They make beard butters, which is what I'm rocking right here. Now, let me get that there. Beard butters. This is the Supernova. This is what I've been using lately. What you want to do is, after you get out of the shower, apply some of this to your face, blow dry, brush it through, makes your beard just soft and beautiful. Then if you want some extra bonus points, check out the beard oil on top of that. It is incredible, man. It's just one less thing you got to think about all day. Go ahead and use our code if you want. That gets us a little kickback. Otherwise, just check out Dead Man's Beard Company, and you will be thankful.
Me and my,
you know what I mean?
My first wife and I bought a house on Seneca. Mm-hmm. In like, what was it, 99, we bought a house on Seneca. Mm-hmm. We bought it like June or July. Mm-hmm. It had to have been end of June, right into July. And like the first or second weekend after we moved in was 4th of July.
Okay.
And I had a party at the house.
Yeah.
And this was me and my brother, and all our friends are young and all have new Harleys, and we are who we are.
Right.
And so the very first or second weekend, we were doing burnouts up and down the street, music playing really loud
on Seneca,
which
actually does track for Seneca.
Oh,
it's not.
We were. I mean,
you guys
we
know Seneca
had
is a street on the avenue that's pretty notorious.
Actually, it was a good. When we were there, it was a good neighborhood.
It was like a brand new neighborhood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But we did burnouts, and we ripped through there, and back then we all sold fireworks, so we were lighting fireworks out in the street all night long, and the next day we figured out which neighbors we were going to be cool with and which neighbors we weren't.
Not at all.
The neighbor right next door to us, still friends with to this day. He came over and talked. I just saw his son Daniel like 3 or 4 days ago. He came over and started talking to me. We became friends. Good dude. There was one house caddy corner to us. I walked out of the house that morning, boxers and a T-shirt and a drink. My next door, the neighbor across the way is standing in his front yard watering his roof from all the fireworks and shit. Yeah. That dude never ever looked at me. Never said a word. No, I mean, wouldn't even look in our direction. Right. He'd pull out and wouldn't look at us.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but we had like 3 or 4 neighbors that was it. They never said a word to us. They never know nothing. And then we had like 2 or 3 that were like, "Hey, these guys are all right."
Yeah, totally. I mean, I just thought it was, it was such a funny, because Rosie she would be the fucking worst at interrogations. I mean,
no,
she'd give up the ghost like fucking fast.
Honey's not even. There's no. I'm not trusting her to go into an
Not at
interrogation room at all.
Not
I'll
at
give
all.
myself up.
I would, yeah,
If I know that honey's going to go and get interrogated, I'm going to snitch myself out real
Totally,
quick.
dude.
Hey, man,
I did it.
look,
whatever.
don't even talk to her, please, because she's going to give you all the information.
give up
I just
everything.
want to give you enough that I don't get life. You know, she's going to go, hey, man, yeah, it was a
It was really
loaded
scary,
38, and it was
actually, yeah.
underneath the, you know, and you know, it's not his gun, it's mine, but he made me buy it for him.
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
You know, because he can't own one because he's
Yeah.
a felon.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
and
you're
this
like-
is why he's a felon.
because of
Yeah.
gun violence.
Yeah.
Fuck, no, fuck, man. Yeah, I always think all the time, I'm like, it's as friendly as my wife is, and she is, but shit, dude, like,
Yeah.
she would give it up so fast, dude.
Well, you know, there's a reason why it's when you're in the stuff and you're doing all that stuff. One of the rules is you don't talk to your old lady about that stuff.
Oh,
You never
I can
share
see
any
that,
information
yeah.
about nothing.
Totally.
You know, although I've you know, my brother's had a couple of down.
Well,
like,
sure.
like some.
Those are
fucking
the scary
good
ones, though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know,
those aren't going to last.
No,
you know what I mean?
no, they
Yeah,
didn't.
It's not going to last.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you want the fucking like mobster wife that just blissfully has no idea what's going on. Like, I don't
Just
know
don't
where
even
the
care.
money comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you want. Dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you mean he has a mistress?
Yeah, she might know it deep in her heart.
Oh,
but-
she knows.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
they
willing to
all know.
overlook it.
Yeah.
which is good, you know. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. New neighbors are. My wife is like, I'm like, it's so weird that you're excited about this.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
I have a neighbor that moved in directly across the street, and he's been there, I think, for quite a while. And it's probably only been the last couple of months where we really say
See,
hi
that's
to
what
each
I'm
other.
saying. Yeah, that's how men operate. It's
Yeah.
like we like sniff each other like dogs. Like we'll like circle around each other's yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like hey man, nice car. You know, that'll be the first conversation or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like it'll be a slow, long process. You know what I mean?
I usually, when I see a new neighbor, especially like the neighbors directly next to me and the neighbor behind me, I know.
Yeah, you have.
And
to.
I went out of my way to know them.
Yeah,
You know.
our next door neighbors are really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I felt bad for them because they're older. You know, the older couple, and they have a ton of family, Mexican family. They're awesome. They pass tacos over the fence. It's like we have a great relationship with them. And I guess the son is like moving back in. He's probably mid-20s or whatever. And I was like pulled up from work on Saturday, and there's a trailer and fucking couches, and like the parents are sitting outside, and they're all just like, you know, that face, like just motherfucker. And I was like, what's going on? She's like, oh, my son's moving back in. I was like, man, parenting just never fucking ends, does it? And then she's like, it never ends. And the fucking dad who I talk to Maggie constantly, like all the time. The husband, I think I've
Just
said 7
quiet.
fucking words to ever.
Yeah.
And I was all, what do you think, man? He's all, when he just shaking his head. I was like, hey, for the record, over here, it looks like you guys are killing it, just so
Yeah.
you know. And they're like,
Yeah.
thank you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's just like, God damn, man. It's rough. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's what was I gonna?
So yeah, I had a good weekend too.
that's what I was gonna say. Yes,
No, that's not what you were going to say.
it wasn't. I was
at
moving
all.
into the other shit I did on the weekend, but I just couldn't even give a fuck about what you did. Let me guess, you worked at the bar.
I did work at the bar, but
Yeah.
I also rode up to Lompoc and saw my granddaughter's recital.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was really cool, man. It was
Yeah.
neat, man. Yeah, it was. It's a school, and this is I'm. You know, I don't know a whole lot about how it works, but it's a dance school, and they are of all ages.
Yeah.
So they have the little girls that come in and they do their thing, and it's just hilarious to watch, and it's just adorable, and it's fun to watch. And then it progresses into some that are really, 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 really good. And there was one lady that was dancing a dance that was some sort of Spanish dance that was phenomenal. And I wish I'd have known what it was, and I could have figured it out if I actually looked up what it's called. But she danced around with like a scarf, and she would flip the scarf to where the scarf would come around her neck and like lay perfectly across her shoulders.
Oh, nice.
And then she would whip it again, and then it would like land on the floor perfectly. And then she would pick it up, like flick it with her foot, catch it again, and whip it. Like it just kept doing all this
Like
extravagant
Mexican
stuff.
ribbon dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of,
Something like that.
exactly.
That's cool.
It was just really, really incredible. And then watching Nova do that stuff is just always
that's fun,
awesome, man. Just watch. She's such a little cutie.
Yeah, it is. It is play season, dude. It's all the kids are in plays right now. I ran into. I dropped my daughter off at a play. So all the kids are in plays. I dropped my daughter off at a play that her friend was in the other day, and my John C, and his wife, his daughter's Matilda, like they're doing Matilda. Mm-hmm. And I rolled in on them to pick Scout up, and they're sitting there. I'm like, "What's up, guys?" I talked to him, and John goes, "This is the 4th time I've seen this play." Oh,
hey,
dude! You know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
Nova's mom and stepdad is Nicole and Andy. Mm. Andy is such a good dude. Mm. He sat there and hooted and hollered at each one. Mm. He clapped enthusiastically at each one. He's like, this one's a really fun one to me. Like, he's telling me what's going on.
He's all stoked.
And then we got done with it, and it was almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a solid hour and a half, close to 2 hours. And we got done with it and walked outside, and I'm standing there thinking, he's doing this every other weekend.
Totally, dude. Yeah.
And then when he's not doing this, he's doing softball.
Yeah.
And then we got into talking about softball because Nicole's daughter, Freya, another little sweetheart, Freya got into the All-Stars up there. Mm. And then he started talking about her getting onto the All-Stars, and he started talking to me about, because I have like 3 friends that kids all play softball.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Dude.
Yeah,
that's
all.
No
joke.
that's
all they do.
Yeah, my coworker Mike just is right now has spent the last 4 days at a softball tournament for his daughter, and so he was telling me, we're playing in Simi Valley, we're playing like above Sacramento, we're playing like, and I'm just like, he's like, last year we had to raise like $28,000, you know, and I'm just all.
Fuck.
You know, because they go play in San Diego.
Totally.
They go play,
if you're on a travel team, like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no joke. I mean, the sport, I don't know. I mean,
still super proud of the kids, man.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
awesome.
watching Freya get out there and play, and I'm really looking forward to going and watching her game.
Me and Rosie were so fucking excited when both the kids were like, we're done with the sports. I was like, thank God. It was like 5 years of 6 days a week at the ball field doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I was
but
so
the
fucking
parents
excited.
I know that are doing it are into it.
Of course. Yeah.
They played softball.
Sure.
They want their kids to play softball.
Yeah. No,
we didn't
and it's
do
good.
anything at all for ourselves when we were growing up.
Yeah.
No, you know, you were at church group.
Yeah, I was skateboarding. Right. Skateboarding is a single man sport, dude.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun, man.
I was smoking weed.
Summer.
Fucking avoiding everybody.
Yeah, I bet you were a 14-year-old. Yeah, totally.
I was smoking pretty heavy at 14.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of the videos I did want to bring up is, if you maybe get that thing queued up, we did settle the gorilla debate, right?
Yeah,
we settled it, right? So the 100 grown men versus a gorilla.
Yeah,
we talked about it online, right? Obviously, you know, we're all both gorilla all day, right? Gorilla all day. But I saw another one.
Did you see the one with the UFC?
The UFC guys?
The UFC guys saying how, like, somebody was asking them what they thought about fighting the gorilla. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh, dude, it was funny because there was a couple of them that were really just like, no, you still don't. I don't care how much training, you don't stand a chance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Kosmov, or the guy that recently. Who did he just? I haven't been watching.
Yeah, he was saying he could take it.
Oh,
or something like, I was like,
I'll
it's
do
ridiculous.
a single leg pull down.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Shut up, Marab. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to do a single leg pull down, and then I'll get on top
bro.
of him and ground and pound him.
Yeah,
it was so fucking funny,
stupid,
dude.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Anyway, but there's another one that just popped up that I saw today that actually made me think that's actually a good.
I don't know if you sent this to me, and I got a lot of opinions on this one.
People versus 100 Americans, fist fight, no weapons. And I'm going to make it more interesting. The British people get 20 savages from Birmingham, London, Manchester, Nottingham and Liverpool. And the Americans get 20 savages from Louisiana, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and where else? Texas. Who wins that fight? Let me know in the comment section, you know, I'm sweating. No weapons, and you can't sneak in no shranks either. No guans, you know, I'm sweating. Leave it in the comment section. Let me know. Boy,
Dude,
Okay,
I 100
so
British
hold
people.
on. I watched him
First-
do this. This is the second one he did.
Okay.
So the first one I did, I watched earlier, and he had a hoodie on, and he
Okay.
said the same thing. He goes, "What is it? 100 British versus 100 Americans?"
Okay.
And then they had kind of commentators after he had
Yeah.
said that, but he didn't do the city thing.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
I think there starts to be a difference when you start getting into the
Yeah,
cities.
if you get into cities, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he listed some cities that there's some savages in
Yeah.
America. I don't know shit about London, but literally 100 v 100, just say English versus fucking America. Who wins that fist fight contest? Only fist fight, no weapons whatsoever.
I think it would be pretty incredible to watch.
I know.
If they lined
Right.
it all out, I think because they fight.
I know that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
they fight
it's
all
like,
the time.
I will shit on the British all day long.
Yeah, no,
You
and
know,
there's reasons too.
You lost the
Yeah.
war. Your food's terrible. It's
Teeth.
fucking your teeth are terrible.
Yeah. You can't
right?
speak proper English, and it's your
And
language.
you made it up.
Yeah,
But they fight. They
Yeah, they
fucking
fight a
fist
lot.
fight, dude.
Yeah.
They fist fight. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And
Like
they all-
they might fucking win, dude.
a lot
'Cause
of like the
if we
big
could
cities you
stab or
talked
shoot-
about. They box. They
do it,
train.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that fight. They do stab. They don't shoot
They're
as
very
much.
stabby.
Yeah, they
That's
are
for
very
sure.
stabby. But I think if it's just like we get to kind of pick out 100 fighters against 100 of their fighters,
Yeah.
I don't think they stand a chance.
Not a chance. Yeah.
I don't think we need to pick people from New York and Los Angeles and. I
You
think
go to
we need to.
bro,
I
go
think
to
we
fucking
need.
go to Boyle Heights. Go to
No,
fucking. You know
fuck
what I mean?
all that, dude. Go to Nebraska.
Oh, well,
Go to the
yeah.
Appalachians. Let's find those 330-pound linemen that have lived their whole life slinging cow bales.
Bunch of Eddie Halls fucking flying around,
bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
the guys that are going to whatever the wrestling school is.
But fight,
and-
fighting's fighting, dude. I guess you put a fucking Brock Lesnar in there, dude.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
but there's some fucking bruisers in Britain,
Yeah,
in
what's
England,
that,
dude. You know what I
what's
mean?
the
Like,
strongman's name? Eddie something.
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Did you see the fight
He's-
he did recently?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was rough,
oh,
dude. Yeah.
that's terrifying.
That was
dude.
one of the bigger dudes I've ever seen in a ring, too.
Yeah.
Even his opponent. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
dude.
but Eddie Hall murked that dude,
yeah.
man.
Well, he
In
did
30
punch him in the back
seconds.
of the head like 6 times, but, you know.
Should have turned around.
Yeah. He shouldn't have ended up on the floor like that, dude.
Quit
he
hiding,
literally
pussy.
threw the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a whole nother level. Now, they asked him if he wanted to fight, if he would fight Francis Ngannou.
No.
And he goes, I would rather get raped by 4 people. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's all, but if the money's good, maybe.
Yeah, I'll take the punch.
I will
You
take
know,
it.
so that's the Mike Tyson reference
Yeah.
of would you get in the ring with Mike Tyson?
Oh, yeah. I know.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
it depends on how much you're going to pay me.
Yeah.
And
Seriously.
hopefully I'm going to be able to move my head enough to where I can just kind of take as little as possible to get knocked the fuck out.
Fucking knocked
you know?
out, dude, yeah.
I mean, there's such a difference that people just don't get.
Totally.
There's such a difference between somebody that can really box and throw hands, like really, really, truly can box,
Right.
to somebody that thinks they can.
Totally.
I think I can. I'm not.
Yeah.
I know that I can.
I know that I can't.
I can.
Yeah.
I can throw hands pretty damn good.
Sure.
but I got in a fight with a boxer and I got the shit beat out
Yeah,
of me,
I
dude.
remember you telling that
yeah,
story.
it's
It's so
not
funny.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah.
you know, but every time I go to do anything, he can tell by my body movements what I'm doing.
He's seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He already was
yeah.
a step ahead of yours.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know?
just a different animal, man. And I have no fucking reservations about understanding my skill set, throwing
Yeah.
punches. Like, I'm pretty fucking strong. That's pretty much all I got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I got about a minute, maybe max in
Oh,
me. You know, max. I mean, I'm saying fuck. That's if I'm doing well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, a minute max, and then it's over. You know
I
what
have
mean? Like,
zero interest in any of it.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
well, yeah. Yeah.
just,
Well,
you
apparently
know.
I do, because my shoulder is fucked up.
What'd you do to your shoulder?
I keep hurting it in jiu-jitsu, and it is, I can't even do that. I literally can't, like, lift it, like, that far. Driving is a problem, dude. And then what did I do this morning? I went to jiu-jitsu. And
Did you really?
fucking hurt it more. Totally. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got on some peptides, so.
Oh, good.
I got on that BPC 157.
Okay.
I'm hoping that helps. I'm hearing great things about it, so for recovery and shit.
I need that.
Yeah, you can order it online.
Okay.
No problem. I'll send you the link to what I bought.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really, really good for helping like heal things, and for your gut health. I guess it's really, really good too.
I need all that.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, dude, I've been focusing hard on health. It's been nice. Don't even start, dude. Don't even start.
What do you mean?
Look at his face. Look what he's trying to do right now. Don't fucking.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a long process here, buddy.
Long process. Yeah.
Like fucking year,
Yeah.
probably.
I'm
if
down
I'm lucky.
5 more pounds.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Down to 245.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Like 30 pounds less than you.
Probably 40. Closer. No, I have 30 now. Yeah.
That's so wild, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You don't look. Yeah, you do.
I don't look
way
that
bigger.
fat. I know.
You know. You got a good bra size.
These things did.
Yeah, those things.
These bad boys.
Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like you got 2 softballs bouncing around in there when you.
They're
do that.
solid 8 cups, dude. You know what I mean? You get a handful
Yeah, they'd
for
turn
sure.
me
Dude.
on.
It'd get a teenager going. You know what I mean? For sure, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but I've been focused. Oh my god, that hurts so bad. I've been focusing so hard, and
Shoulders are no fun.
yeah,
It really.
it
sucks.
really hurts, dude.
Yeah.
It really fucking hurts, like so bad to where I should probably go get it checked out.
I played football in high school. I'd would get hit. My shoulder would come out.
This one, I'm sorry. Yeah, this one has always slipped out of socket.
Yeah.
So, but it's not this. It's fucking here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Are you going to get tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'll probably be at jiu-jitsu tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep going.
This is
until
why
it
all
rips off.
jiu-jitsu players are like, I don't
Crippled.
understand why I cannot lift my arm.
Dude. Yeah, crippled.
Yeah.
It's wild. But anyway, it's been nice doing health, dude. I've been really enjoying like getting up and exercising every day. I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting some fucking steam. You know what I mean? I feel much, much stronger. I did leg day yesterday, deadlifts and squats, and fucking all kinds of other core work yesterday.
So are you still at 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like 4 sets of 225 for deadlifts, and then I don't know, 225 plates and a fucking bar for like 4 sets for squats. It was nice, felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm feeling way stronger, which is nice.
I walked on the beach.
You and my mom, dude.
I actually jog walked. I did. It was very uncomfortable.
Jog walked.
Yeah. Jog,
the
walk,
sand.
jog, walk.
How does a jog?
No, I don't do sand, bro. I was down the promenade. I got in the sand for a little bit, and
Yeah, you
my
really
dog
hate
went
the beach.
nuts, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I will be doing it more because she absolutely lost her shit when I got out in the sand. She started zooming around and digging at the sand, and then she kept running and jumping at me. So I'll be doing that more, but I really hate it. I don't like taking my shoes off. I don't like no.
So
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Not into it. Yeah. We talked about this, man. I just
Yeah,
not,
we
you
have,
know,
yeah.
I just spent most of my time on a motorcycle, so it's the only mode of transportation. I'm not going to the beach,
might be
taking
the-
my boots and socks off, going out in the sand, then go put my boots and socks back on.
I get it. Yeah. But there's also you literally camp at the beach.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just
I don't go. I go out there and I
you wear
sit right
flip-flops?
next to the tree. Yeah, I wear flip flops, but not.
I mean,
very
how
much.
easy would it be just to walk down there?
Yeah, but why?
Because it's so nice, dude. Sand on your feet is really nice.
nuts.
It's one of the best benefits to being at the beach. You're just it's soft. It's like nice. It's wet.
It's not
cold.
comfortable to me.
Not at all.
No,
Old
I don't like
tenderfoot,
it.
huh?
Very, very, very tenderfoot.
Tenderfoot.
Very. Yeah.
Sensory thing.
Yeah, and my lady is the opposite. She could walk on hot coals.
Right.
Like she walk barefoot all the time, man, you know, and not just in the kitchen. She's got that covered too. She knows
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
oh, by the way, happy birthday to her and Machi.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, 60 years old. Awesome.
They're 60?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Balcom Canyon Cider. If you guys are looking for an incredible cider that is not too sweet, not too tart. This is it for you. They're a local Ventura company started by one man in his garage, essentially. He's brought it down to Ventura. They are making waves all over the place. And look at me. I have a huge beard. I ride a Harley, just like Jay does. But sometimes drinking the IPAs and the beers and all the shit and the hard alcohol, it really bites you in the ass. If you're looking for a cool, refreshing drink that's not going to break the bank and is high quality, then you want to check out Balcom Canyon Cider. You can find them in Vaughn's all over Ventura County. You can find them in most bars. You can find them on social media, Balcom Canyon Cider. They do amazing stuff all the time. They're big proponents of the 805, and we are happy to have them as a sponsor for the podcast. Enjoy. All right. Well, I have another video that we need to pull up and talk about. Go ahead, Kenny, get us set up again, please. Oh, I'm going to put your headphone in.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that it just depends on the fighters. If it's 100 and 100, it's 100 of whoever gets picked.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And Americans are going to be bigger if you get into the right areas.
Sure.
Them big corn-fed dudes and, you know, the big...
All right. Can you go to this other one?
Farm-bred dudes.
I sent. Scroll down. Okay. Since it's May, you know, it was today's Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was the 4th. So Star Wars fans are all up in arms, which I like Star Wars a lot, right? But this video popped up today, and it made me remember how much I love this fucking guy.
You're going to go down one.
Go down the Spock.
Yeah, because I really wanted you to say all that, and then him.
Look who's here, guys! Look who's here!
Is that with that? No. Is it Star
You're
Wars convention?
dressed as a huge nerd?
Yeah.
No, what seriously? You're supposed to be...
I'm supposed to be a Jedi.
You're a Jedi Knight, yes. And what are the principles of the Jedi Knight?
To always defend truth and justice throughout the galaxy.
And to eat a lot of peanut M&Ms. Throughout the galaxy. Look at you. How are you, cutie? What parent forced you to do this? Right over here. Sweetie.
I'm Princess Twi'lek.
That's adorable. That's really very, very cute. I'll be right over here. It's very, very cute. For me to poop on. So what's going on here? You got a little future nerd in here?
Yes, future nerd, future Jedi.
When is he due?
June 27th, 6 weeks.
Wow. That's the last time you'll ever see female genitalia.
I didn't come out here and find out what you Jedi were up to. I need not ask, of course, sir.
Look at this. Look at this. It's a geek from another dimension. Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings?
Come here. I am Black Wolf the Dragon Master, New York's unofficial wizard, and don't you forget it.
All right. And don't you forget to finish your fillet of fish.
Oh, Dragon Master. Oh, quiet.
Burger King, where all Dragon Masters eat.
Not even lucky your superiors at late night even decided to let you out today.
Seriously?
Yes.
Have you ever talked to a woman without having to give your credit card number?
You know what?
You can kill it. Yeah, I love. Do you remember those videos with that guy?
Yeah.
That dog. It's not Smigel, is it? I can't remember who the comedian is that does it. He's like I think he's one of the guys that did all the shit on SNL. But he would do those videos as the dog. You know what I mean? I fucking miss that shit, dude. And so since it was Star Wars Day the other day, which, oh boy, I know you don't give a shit about Star Wars.
I like Star Wars.
I like it too.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm not,
right.
you know, our boy Howie.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But I just have never had time to get that into anything.
Right.
And to get into the comic books and to know the whole everything about all of it, and like I just don't have it in me at all. I mean, we've talked about this repeatedly.
Totally. Didn't you read Calvin and Hobbes?
Loved Calvin and Hobbes, dude.
Yeah, but those are short and simple,
and it's
you know what I mean?
It's
you
a
don't
book.
have to like.
I never read comics growing up ever. I did read a lot of books.
Calvin and Hobbes is the closest thing to it.
Yeah, but I love Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a whole, The Star Wars thing it's just the most. It's the most, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's the same thing with now. It's Walking Dead.
No, there's
no man. There's some people that are absolutely 100 obsessed with Walking Dead, and they have different bylines for all the different characters. I mean, they're just coming out with another one right now. That's a
are they really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out another spin-off of it.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of spin-off. Yeah, I saw. I don't know. Yeah, it's wild.
But I mean, it's not as crazy as Star Wars is. I mean, Star Wars it's bizarre.
It's unreal how. I mean, I get it. I guess you know. We got a buddy that Heather Morgan's husband wrote a whole fucking book called The Tao of Star Wars, and it's like looping Buddhism in with like Jedi fucking thought. It's like the nerdiest shit. It's cool. It's really cool. But he wrote a book like years ago, dude, like about fucking Star Wars and Jedi, you know, Jedi shit.
Did you actually go through the
Buddhism.
book?
I fucking just. I mean, I just
through it.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Wow. Hey, that's one of the things.
Oh, you're telling me I'm the one that needs enlightenment around here?
No, I was just saying I don't know if you might have read it.
No, I didn't read it.
I like to read books.
Yeah,
I
would love for you to read that one. I'm sure it's really good. It did really well, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did like really, really well.
I just read. Oh, geez. Machete.
Robert Rodriguez?
No, not the Arthur, the actor.
God damn it! Yeah,
I know.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. I just
finished
his book like 3 days ago.
Oh, really? How was that?
It was great.
Pretty good?
Great. Right now. Yeah, it was really, really good. That guy, wow. Yeah. What a fucking story, dude.
I bet, dude.
What a story. I mean, just his life in prison and how he went through and did all that, and then how he ended up getting into recovery.
This is in like the 60s, too.
Dude,
you know what
seriously.
I mean? Like, wasn't he in prison with fucking, didn't he watch like Johnny Cash perform?
He watched Johnny Cash perform. He talked about how him and his buddies were in prison and how like you could think yourself into feeling like you were on heroin.
Yeah. Okay.
So that you would sit there and he goes, and then they started talking with this little crazy white dude that said, I can, because he was into the hypnosis shit. And he goes, no, I can get you guys to the point where you guys will feel like you're straight up getting high.
Wow.
Yeah. And they sat down
like
with
meditation
him.
shit?
Yeah. He sat him down and did the walkthrough meditation where he's telling him like, this is how you're feeling and how you're doing. And then he goes, yeah, that dude was Charlie Manson.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Holy shit.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That MK Ultra shit, man.
There
That's
you go.
the whole thing behind it. And the whole
That's
thing behind
crazy.
him with the Tates and all the different stuff that happened, man, was him, going through all this PSYOP shit with the government. And then, like, that book, Chaos, dude, just
I know.
completely flipped the switch on everything, man, And then then how it doesn't even get talked about, like, in, like, a mainstream format or sense. And, and you're just like, you listen to that book and you're just like, this is crazy. Yeah. This is absolutely fucking nuts because it's obvious that he was controlled by the CIA.
Right.
And that the CIA used this stuff to get it started against the counterculture movement.
It's only obvious to those who look into the possibility of it. Otherwise, to the outside, make the notion of it, they're like, you're fucking crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. So many things are nuts right now.
The Trejo book is really good, though. If you're interested in reading a book, it is. Yeah. That's what I like about when I go camping.
Totally.
Is I don't want to do anything except sit in my chair, turn on some nice light jazz, put it behind me so I can just kind of hear it and read a book.
There you go.
And I'll spend the whole day doing that. I love it.
That's a nice day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of nice day, you should see this other video.
Oh God.
What's that one?
No.
Oh yeah, that lady. We should.
How about this one?
Yeah. Oh, that's one. Yeah, that.
Okay.
One. Sorry, that's what I was trying to do. Can you imagine being on a fucking plane with this?
all night, bitch! We gon' fuck all night, bitch!
She's obviously on something.
Yeah.
Bitch, we gon' fuck all night, bitch! Cause we gon' fuck. Yeah, man. Bitch! Bitch! No! Yes, that's her! I can't pay! Mama!
Yeah. Like, I've had some rough plane rides, you know what I mean? But never, like, I don't know at what point I would just get up and fucking punch someone as hard as I could and try to knock them out. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
My problem with that is that's the same exact thought process that I went through when it started.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it got towards the end of the video, I was just feeling bad for her.
Of course.
Because she's not there. There's some sort of drug that she took.
Something.
You know, whether it's Ambien, you know, because people lose their shit on Ambien.
Yeah. Have you ever taken that shit?
No.
Me neither. Have you ever taken Ambien?
No.
Me neither. That shit scares me bad, dude. Like, I don't want to ever.
My grandma does.
Really?
Fuck, that's crazy.
Well, it has like weird side effects.
I had a buddy of mine that I will not say his name, although a bunch of people are going to figure this out real quick, like because we're blood related. Who took an Ambien? Took an Ambien, was in bed, took an Ambien, got up, grabbed his piece, put his piece in his pants, and then was driving back to his house from his girlfriend's and got pulled over and proceeded to talk a lot of shit to the cop.
No way.
A lot of shit. And so then he got busted with the piece, with all this other stuff, and woke up the next day in jail.
Had no idea.
No, had no idea, and had where they locked the cuffs down on him.
Yeah.
That his hands were swollen and red from the cuffs being locked.
Yeah.
Because he talked so much shit to the cop that's what they do.
Cinched his ass down, yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't remember any of it.
Dude.
And I mean absolutely none of it. You know, and you hear about like people that have gotten up and eaten,
like made whole meals and done like set their houses on fire. It's wild, dude. I don't, first of all, dude, if I can't sleep, I can't sleep. You know what I mean? Those nights do happen every once in a while, and you're like, fucking, that sucked. You know what I mean? But for me, taking pills scares the shit out of me anyway. A Vicodin scares me. I don't want to even deal with it. But yeah, the Ambien, I've heard some insane shit about that stuff.
I take Xanax.
Yeah.
I do. But I'll take like half a Xanax so that I can actually go to sleep. Especially if it's been like a couple of days of no sleep at all. Yeah. Then I'll come home and I'll drop a Xanax.
Yeah. But yeah, that lady on that plane, I saw that and I was like, God, dude.
And again,
part
I felt,
of me, you know,
the first part of it when I first saw it, the first part of me in my head was like, I would slam that. Just pick it up, slam it,
knock it out,
get it done.
Yeah.
But then the further, when you're listening to what she's saying and you're seeing what she's doing, you're like,
you feel bad for her.
She is absolutely without conscience. She has no idea what's going on.
But sometimes those people just need to be put to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'd be like, I don't think I could sit here and I watch all this shit on planes happening all the time and no one does a fucking thing.
But then, because you don't want to do a thing, because if you do a thing,
you're gonna get you're gonna get You know? But you would be celebrated by every single person on that plane. You know what I mean? Like everyone would be like, "Thank you, God." You just have to do a GoFundMe for everyone that was on the flight. And
right.
Chip into
Send the video out of you doing it. So GoFund them like that. Did you see the video of the white girl that was dropped an N-bomb on some little black kid at the park?
No.
And then raised like $350,000 towards her defense fund?
No way.
Yeah, it's ridiculous,
dude. That's amazing, dude. Yeah. That is amazing. Yeah. All right. One other video we should talk about, which I pulled up. Go ahead, Kenny. So we talked about this a little bit last week. But Kanye seems to be doing, not this one.
Oh, good.
We'll talk about her later. That's gross, you know. But pull up, that one, the bottom one. Nope.
No.
You already picked that one.
Yeah, we did that one. There you go.
So Kanye seems to be doing good.
Okay, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is unreleased music. Sorry, I should throw this out there. Trigger warning, okay? Seriously, I don't know if this will even get us flagged on YouTube, but this is a leak of Kanye's new song.
Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I be feeling. So I became a Nazi, yeah, bitch, I'm the nigga, how Hitler, nigga, how Hitler. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, how Hitler. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler. Nigga, how Hitler. Nigga, how Hitler. All my niggas. With all of them.
You can stop.
And then all the dudes in the background that are just playing as nuts.
Just going along, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, I can't wrap my fucking head around that shit, dude.
I just don't think he gives a shit.
Obviously,
I just don't think he doesn't.
It's
He's out there, man.
Fucks envelope push.
Well, zero fucks, and I also think that he's around people that aren't like going, "Hey, man, maybe not."
Well,
maybe go in a different direction.
No, what could you tell him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to his fucking wife or his kids or anyone. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I mean, that's the same thing that we're going through with Diddy. You know, I mean, another person that was just going buck wild
Just
and
an
nobody
innocent
was
man
going,
that
"Hey,
was
man,
doing his thing."
Maybe you should stop."
Yeah.
You know, maybe you shouldn't be doing this.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, that is a wild fucking song.
Yeah.
Because that's like going to come out, dude. You
No,
know
it's
what I
not.
mean? Like,
That's not coming out.
well, how would, he's going to
I
put
don't
it
know.
out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Spotify and iTunes will put it out. It'll get billions of views.
The leak lines alone will have something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't believe when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot of Midwestern whites that are going, "Hey, maybe black people ain't that bad."
And that was like a thing. I was like, is Kanye unifying the country? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, the weird part of the country for sure. But what the fuck, man? Like,
yeah, I don't get it, dude.
It's
He was
so
on a
wild.
2020 presidential ticket too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, hey, if you look at the internet, the guy that got elected is a Nazi.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Elon didn't get elected, but
Yeah.
everybody says that Trump's a Nazi,
Sure.
a fascist. And
His father was arrested at a KK rally.
Oh, I'm sure they're racist. That's for sure.
his dad?
Yeah.
His dad was a piece of shit
newspaper.
slumlord, dude.
Yeah,
His
he was
dad was a
probably in the
piece of
KKK.
shit.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
At a KKK rally.
Yeah, probably. And it wasn't for protesting it. I guarantee that.
No.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that dude was. I don't know. It's gross. Whatever. The Kanye shit with the racism thing, and then the being gay now, and talking about sucking his cousin's dick.
What?
Yeah. We talked about that a little bit last week, but yeah, there's, he put out this whole huge tweet about how.
We talked about that last week?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, right at the end of the podcast. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, he put out this huge tweet that was this whole story about how he used to suck his cousin's dick, so now he's gay, and then he can now, since he's gay, he can say the F word. You know what I mean? That's just like all he's been saying on Twitter lately. It's unreal, dude. Like, we're watching a actual person like deteriorate into madness, and people are still just like fine with it. Whereas, like you talked about the Britney thing last time, and it's like, at what point does conservatorship or something happen for this guy? You know what I mean? Like,
Have you
I don't
seen
know.
those dance videos on Instagram?
Oh my God,
it's
bro.
wild. Yeah, I think the conservatorship was right for sure. We talked about that before, but yeah, it's nuts, dude. I don't know. I just don't know how he's getting away with shit still.
Not white.
I guess.
And most of the people that are really into him, I don't think really give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I mean? If Justin Bieber all of a sudden decided to jump up on stage and start saying all that shit, he'd get crucified.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Kid Rock. But he just, like, anybody that really listens to him, they really don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the community knew that what P. Diddy was doing, and nobody said anything about it.
Yeah.
The ones that knew what was going on, that weren't into it, just didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But all that stuff just gets ignored if
wild,
you're
dude. Well, when there's an amount of money involved that is,
stardom, even more so than the money, it's the fame.
Well, that too,
it's just that money. If that person isn't of the same culture, but maybe has a same skin color, may not get the same type of respect.
Yeah.
But if you're into that culture and that is who you are and that's who you respected and have been a part of and you really do know what's going on, then you just ignore it and listen to his music still.
It's wild, dude. Yeah.
I agree. It's nuts.
Crazy.
That is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Well,
he's done a lot of shocking things, you know what I mean? But that is like one of those things where you're like,
yeah,
the album's going to be called World War III, I guess, and I'm sure the cover is going to have swastikas on it or some other crazy shit. I don't fucking know. And then all the stuff at the warehouse that he's been doing, which we kind of talked about last week too. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, dude. The world is a crazy place right now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of been a crazy place.
Yeah, that's true.
I really do.
It's like
but it is. There's a lot. Wait, it is the propaganda and the way that media is portraying things, depending on what agenda you want to believe in, they're going to take that narrative and continue to push that narrative to people that want to hear that this person's crazy,
right?
And that what we've been telling you is real and true, and here's some more proof of that truth, so that you continue to hate this process, and continue to hate, so that we don't figure it out together and then come to a different conclusion that's going to better America. Yeah, but the stuff that keeps just constantly getting thrown out there, man, that you're nuts. Just like, is that really what's going on? Like you'll see something and it'll be like, well, look at all these laws that are going to get passed in California.
Yeah.
Did you really actually look at this, or did you just grab it and show it?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just how much of that keeps happening.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you can't talk to anybody about it.
No.
Like if that's what they're going to believe, that is what they're going to believe. Yeah. And you can see the same videos that get circulated by the same people. And you're just like,
there's multiple realities,
man.
Multiple realities happening at the same time.
Yeah.
All the time. You can't fucking, like, we are in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Right now. People live in completely different universes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck you get back from that, but I do know how we can unite America.
Fucking CERN.
And that's with your tattoos.
Oh.
Right. So we put this out on Instagram, but I'm going to mention it here. The next couple of weeks, we are going to be doing another tattoo interview with Brett Herman, whereas this one, he is going to be tattooing Jay's butt cheek. And it is going to be a design that is made up by either us or you guys, the fans. So we put it out there. It's on our Instagram. You can check out the video, the little live stream we did. But if you have any ideas, Jay loves drinking. He loves Harleys. He loves hip hop. He loves Kool-Aid. He loves.
I don't know where I love Kool-Aid thing came. I mean, I do love Kool-Aid, but I don't drink it.
Bert Kreischer loves Kool-Aid, and he loves Bert Kreischer. All sorts of things. If you have a great idea for a butt tattoo for Jay,
so what we're going to do is the Wheel of Cheeks,
right?
And we're going to do the Wheel of Cheeks, and we're going to have 8 spots on that wheel. Mm-hmm. And that wheel will be spun, and whatever that wheel lands on, that is what we will be tattooing on my ass.
Right.
So if you really want to be a part of this, and you want to have some fame by getting whatever your idea is tattooed on my ass, send it in.
Yep.
And if it gets drawn and put up on the Wheel of Cheeks, those 8 spots will get filled up, and then we will spin the wheel, and then Craig's going to hold my ass cheeks while Brett tattoos whatever it is that it lands on.
It's going to be amazing, man. Yeah.
Yep. So,
something we've been talking about for a long time. Yeah. All right. And it's finally coming to fruition. And I cannot wait to fucking have this be a thing. Because I have a lot of dumb tattoos. Jay almost has no dumb tattoos. So it's time for you to get
one. You have not. I got shit-ass tattoos.
No, bad tattoos is one thing. I have dumb tattoos.
No. Yeah, I don't.
I have dumb ass
okay,
tattoos.
I've had dumb tattoos, but they've been covered.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I've had some stupid ass
I'm still
tattoos.
rocking a lot of my dumb tattoos,
Yeah.
so you need to
Yeah.
rock one. A well-done dumb tattoo.
I'm good with that.
So
yeah,
hit us
we're
up.
in.
You can either email us at getheavypodcast@gmail with your idea. Please stay away from like specific people kind of things because he's not a portrait artist and he's not doing that. But good ideas, right?
Yeah.
So some of the ideas we have so
hey,
far.
look, try
are
not
pretty
to get into just anything that's just too corny as far as just like dumb shit. Try to really come up with some good ideas.
Think conspiracy theories, think aliens, think tequila, think Harleys, think all sorts of things. Think about it, why there's no camera on me at all, why I'm doing this. You know what I mean, Kenny? Yeah, fucking A. That's a great spot to end the podcast. We love you guys. We're out.